MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Avoids him at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They're always up for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On second down now, it's Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've been playing the field position. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles are won.
And he's going to go down again. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the play...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this is turning into something of a comeback season for Carter Landry, Charles. He's been, I think, a much bigger part of this offense than a lot of people expected.
He has said that being around this club has re-energized him, and he's really accepted his role as being the elder statesman of the team, the mentor to some of these guys. They call him Gramps, and it's a term of affection when they say it to him.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not. This offense struggling here in the 2nd half. They have not scored yet. They'll try to change that here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding. And that's caught by Landry. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep here for Landry. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. After the sack here, second and 11. Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bucs, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.